If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or a salesperson, it's about to be sales training season. So what do you need to know about sales trainers who are better at talking about themselves and actually teaching you what you need to do? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Heads up, it's about to be training season. So at the beginning of spring, there is a rush to find a dude or a chick to come out and work with teams and get you all pumped for the off season. And the reason why this is important is that off season, all that money fuels going into summer and having the right team. So companies will look around and they're like, let's hire a sales trainer, right? And some of the people in the marketplace, they're not very good. You know what they are good? They're amazing at talking about themselves. They're amazing at self-promotions. They are amazing at talking. So let's get into this. All right. Now, typically, I don't go down this path. I don't normally have these conversations. I'm all about positivity, but occasionally there's a sales trainer or sales trainers in this industry that their content, their self-promotion is way better than what they bring to the table. And this is why I'm always a fan of, before you do any type of coaching or training, to videotape and baseline where you're at. Get your video camera, your cell phone, your tablet, your audio recorder, whatever you got, your video camera, and record your presentation before somebody comes in and coaches you and works with you, because then you can baseline and say, here's where I was and here's where I'm going. So it's not about me versus them. It's about me versus crappy training. So here's what happens behind the scenes. Hey, Scott, you got a few minutes to talk? Yeah, business owner, what's up? We had XYZ dude or chick come out here, and they're a sales trainer, said very loosely, right? And they've got the shiny materials, and they've got the packets, and they've got all these really cool things said about them. But at the end of the day, their stuff didn't work. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, what do you think about that? Well, based upon what you've told me, you're not the first person to tell me about these sales trainers per se and the games that they play. So there's plenty of people out there that are really good at self-promotion. Like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Hey, when you're all done, look at me. But they struggle with content because they spend so much freaking time talking about themselves. They're like, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, since banana bread, since lemon bread. And it's like, oh my goodness, does this ever stop? Do you ever got any real content that's going to help me get to where I need to be instead of talking about yourself all the time? They're typically opportunistic people looking for an opportunity. That's a dangerous thing. Whether it's sales training, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, somebody who's opportunistic looking for an opportunity is not there to help you. They're not. The only thing that they care about is the next time they can go, look at me, look at me, look at me. You're like, Scott, what does this have to do with me and my sales training? Hey, listen, there are for some people out there that, it pains me to say this, but you kind of listen with one ear and ignore the rest of everything that's going in and go back to the sales process that you had. And go back to what you learned, or get somebody or hire somebody yourself that knows how to coach and knows how to train and can get you to the next level, right? So you're like, hey, Scott, what could be some things? Now, look, I promote my books, but I'm not like, hey, I wrote this book and this is amazing. And this thing, listen, my whole thing is, how do I help you get better? Like, this is how you should possibly take a look at judging. Is this person really going to help me? My role is to help you get better, right? Like, the first thing that I talk about is my role is to help you get better. Not like, hey, I've got the biggest sales book that's ever been written, 550 pages, you can't beat it, right? My conversation's not starting about like, look at me, look at all the amazing things that I've done. My conversation starts with, what can I do to help you? How do I make you better? How do I increase your income? How do I find a way for you to do what needs to be done? Not like, look at all the cool things that I got. Look at all the cool things that I got. Look at all, like, one, it's not cool, it's boring. Nobody cares. Right? And then second of all, it doesn't help you, right? Like, it's fake momentum. Fake momentum's going to hurt you. Okay. They don't talk about the results because they don't have them, right? For me, I could name names. Hey, I help this company. I help these people. I help this guy increase his income by 50 grand a year. Hey, I help this guy consecutively increase his income 20 grand a year, every year, year over year, year over year. Like, that's way cooler than, look at me. Like, it's about the help. And if you're a trainer or you're a coach and you're like, hey, Scott, are you talking about me? Probably. I probably am, right? Simmer down. I probably am. What do we care? You're not going to deliver results. You're not going to ever deliver results. The only cool thing you could do is talk about yourself, and nobody cares, okay? And there's a common insider joke about the trainers in the industry and the mess that they leave. There are dudes and chicks in this industry, in the service industry, that are trainers, right? They're sales trainers, but behind them, their results can't be duplicated. They can't even do their own process out in the field. Could you believe that? They can't even make their own process work out in the field. Anyway, just a little bit of a rant today. Normally I don't go down this path, but it's starting to be training season, and just be aware, games are afoot. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.